Record it. There we go. And then we'll hit record. And hey, everybody, happy Wednesday. We're back again. I like to wave to everybody. I know it's kind of funny. I'm waving at the computer screen, but I think it brings a smile to your face. Like I've never seen nobody wave and they didn't have a little sad face. You can't even hold it in. Like as soon as you wave, like it makes you smile. So if you're having a bad day, just wave at somebody or wave at 10 people and go ahead and start smiling. I believe it'll help you out and bring a smile to your face and everything. So we're back again to share some tips with you that we want to help you grow your business. And so my job and Michelle's job is to share things that we're trying right now. So Michelle, would you like to go first or would you like me to go first, my friend?
Sorry, got my audio turned off there for a second. I can go first this morning. Thank you, Aunt. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Good to see you all. Can't believe that we're only just 1 week away basically from Thanksgiving here in the US, which is pretty crazy. The year has just gone so fast. So I want to talk today about goals, and most specifically about having specific goals. I want you to envision for a moment, you're going to go on a vacation and it's going to take a while to get there. And so you tell your kids, hey, we're going on vacation. Yay. They say, that's great. Where are we going? I don't know, but we're going. They say, well, how long is it going to take to get there? I don't know. We're going somewhere, but I don't know where. So I can't tell you how long it's going to take to get there. And all of a sudden, your kid's excitement went from, yeah, we're going on vacation to, whoa, what if we got to be in the car a long time? How do we know when we got there? What? And you lose, if that's the scenario where you're going on a vacation, you want them to get excited. You want to be excited. It's something to look forward to. It's something to anticipate joyfully with hope and excitement and enthusiasm. And sometimes when you have a great destination in mind, where you know where you're going, it might take a long time to get there. Let's say I'm flying from here to Singapore. That's going to be a long flight. Like, there is no two ways about that. I am not getting from my home to Singapore without an immensely long trip. But if I know that I'm going to Singapore and all of the things that I'm going to see when I get there and all of the restaurants we're going to eat at and the attractions we're going to go see, it makes it a lot easier to put up with that long trip, to endure all of the things that come with that travel to get to where I'm going. And if you have small children, if they don't have something to look forward to, something that is a draw for them, and you want to take them on this long trip, the only thing you're going to hear the whole time is, where are we going? Are we there yet? How much longer? When are we going to be there? Why do we have to do this? I'm hearing my children in my head, by the way, as I'm saying this. And our businesses are very much the same way. We have a great opportunity in our hands. We have a great company. We have a great structure. We have a great compensation plan and wonderful products. There is some very good money to be made here in this company, in this industry. And a lot of times we will have this grand idea, yay, we're going on vacation. Only it's not vacation, it's yeah, we're going to be successful. What does that look like? What does success look like to you? What does it look like to me? That's probably different, because maybe I'm going on vacation to Singapore, but you want to go on vacation to Las Vegas, or you want to go to Niagara Falls, and Anthony wants to go to Costa Rica. We all have different vacation destination spots that we want to go to. And in the same way, our business looks a little different for each one of us. But if we don't know where we want to get to, how do we plan the trip? If I don't know where I'm going, I can't decide, do I need to go by car or by train or by plane? I can't figure out the route that I need to take to get there. And the same thing is true with our business. If we don't know what it is we're trying to achieve, first of all, how will you ever know if you got there? If we haven't clearly identified where we're going and what the target is, we'll never know if we hit it. Some people might say, well, it's a bit like pornography. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but I know it when I see it. No, it's not like that. With our business, we can't get where we're going if we don't know what the destination is. If we don't know what we're working to achieve, it's very difficult to plan the steps to get there. And so as we're coming into the holiday season, which can be a very busy time of year. It is a busy time of year for people. And it can be a very helpful and effective time of year for this industry, for our businesses here. But if we just say to ourselves, I'll just talk to some people along the way, that's a good starting point. But what's the goal? Where are we trying to get to? So I would encourage each of us to identify very specific goals that we want to achieve. And it might be a big picture goal. I want to achieve a certain title. Awesome. Or I want to achieve a certain income level. Great. I want to have X number of people on my team or X number of customers come into my organization. Those are great goals. They're specific, but let's get more specific. We have our big goal. Now let's break that down a little bit. So let's just say, for the sake of our conversation today, it's a rank or a title that we're working towards. How do you get there? And that's going to be something that will require certain steps to be taken. And so here's the big goal up here, but then break that down into, what do I need to do? Like, how many people do I need to talk to get X number of customers? Maybe you don't know the answer to that question because you don't know what your conversion rate is, talking to people and getting them to make a purchasing decision. Maybe you haven't talked to enough people to have that number to say, okay, I typically can convert 4 out of 10. Well, if you haven't talked to 10, you don't know that you can convert 4 out of 10. So maybe when we're starting, because we don't know how many we need to hit our goal, we set a goal that I'm going to talk to 20 people. We don't know what our conversion rate is going to be yet because we're just getting started. Or maybe we're trying new techniques, new verbiage that we're using, something that feels a little bit more comfortable to us. I don't know what my results are going to be with this, but I'm going to try it on 20 people and see what my results are. Then we can begin to start having more informed data to know what's working. How is that moving me farther towards my goal? And then identify a little bit further. Okay, so if I have this many customers, how many brand partners do I need? How can I help my brand partners to become successful? And one of the ways that we can do that, like a specific goal, is I want to help my new brand partners get their money back. We don't want people to have another expense every month. We want them to have something that benefits their life and get their money back so that they're earning an income. So for each brand partner, that specific number, that dollar amount is probably different. So maybe Marlene came in with an Activate pack at 250 PV, but Lance saw the business opportunity and he's like, I'm not leaving anything on the table. And he came in with an Ultimate pack at 1500 PV. The getting our money back threshold is different for each of those people. And yet the goal is still the same. I want to help you get your money back. And so if we can make that our goal with each person that we bring into our team, it's just like with each of us having a different vacation destination in mind or a different business goal. It doesn't matter what their goal is, we want to help them achieve it. And so being able to articulate that clearly, okay, Marlene needs to share the product or opportunity with this many people to get her money back for her 250 PV pack. Lance's plan is going to be a little bit different for an Ultimate pack to get that money back. And as we reach those micro goals of, I help Marlene get her money back. And yes, we help Lance get his money back. Now, how do we help those people get their money back to make it so that it's profitable for them? And that's where we begin to build on our success, where we are moving forward in little increments, but they're clearly defined increments, if that makes sense. So that way we can look at it and we can say, okay, I've been successful at this point in this level. I have helped this number of people get their money back, and they're excited and happy about this now because they had some success. And that success will fuel your enthusiasm. It will light a fire where you're like, oh, this is fun. This is fun, helping people achieve their goals. And so maybe the new person starting out, maybe their goal is small. That's great. We help them achieve it. And maybe you have somebody who's been on your team a while who says, I'm ready to level up. Awesome. Let's do it. But we have to know what the specific targets are before we can achieve it. You can't beat your own personal record if you don't know what that record was. So we need to identify very clearly where it is we want to go and then plan out how are we going to get there. Because if you don't have a goal in mind of what you want to achieve, I think there's a couple things that happen in that process. It becomes easy to get distracted and discouraged if we don't know what we're striving for. Because then it's like, I'll get to it later. I guess I had a little bit of success. So we get distracted and we get discouraged if things aren't going very well, or we got some no's. We also don't have a sense of urgency because we don't know what we're working towards. And there's no excitement. Like how I want to achieve a goal and it gives me something to work towards, some energy behind it, some enthusiasm to get there. But if I don't know where I'm going, I lack all those things. And so it's much harder to get the wheels in motion, to start generating activity, to inspire others with a vision. If I don't know where I'm going, how can I help other people see where they could get to? And so like our kids on vacation who have no idea how awesome the result is going to be because they don't know what the result is. We also in our business need to identify the goal, the destination, the target, rank, income level, number of lives impacted, whatever that looks like to each of us. We need to specifically identify. That will give us micro steps to take to achieve it, little things that help move us forward, because 100 little tiny steps forward, because we have clearly articulated stages and steps and things that we can do to progress our business, even if we do those little tiny steps, and you might take one and think that wasn't very much. You might take 4 or 5, that wasn't very much. But before long, you look back and you go, oh, I took 25 micro steps. That's a lot farther along than where I started. But if we don't have clearly defined goals and stages and things to accomplish along the way, we can't look back and go, oh, I'm making progress. I'm actually farther along than what I thought I was. And when we get there, what's there? Like, where is there if we haven't defined it, if we don't know what the goal is? And so then, even if we're making progress, I feel like there's less appreciation for it, less excitement when we hit it, because we didn't know what we were working for. But have you ever identified something that you want so much? Like, there's nothing going to stop you from getting that thing. And you worked at it, and it was hard, and you had things derail you, and you had distractions, and you had life happen, but you pursued it and you achieved it anyways. That is the sweet spot. That's where the reward comes in, where you go, yes, yes, this is what success feels like. And so I want each of us to experience that feeling of excitement for where we're going and the sense of pride and accomplishment as we take those steps forward, as we inch closer to our goals. Because initially in the beginning, it might be inching. It might be little steps. It might be just trying to get the effort going. But as we get it going, that enthusiasm will build. The momentum comes because you put in the effort with the little steps, the tiny things to get the wheels in motion. And I know Ant is going to talk this morning a little about how we take that to the next level. Like, we have the goals, we've identified it, but what's kind of the key to get you there? So Ant, I know that you're ready to roll with this topic, and it just ties in so good. So talk to us about what's that next level? What's that key to get it moving?
Absolutely. And I hope y'all grab notes from that and you check out that recording as well to dive in and really take notes of what Michelle just shared, because it's very, very impactful. If you don't know where you're going, then you're just going. I mean, then next thing you know, you just burn it. You're wasting money, really, because you don't know where you're going. Think about it. She talked about that road trip. She didn't know where she's going. If she just got on the road, she's burning money, and then nobody likes to lose money. I don't care who it is. But I want you to start off with this before I even tell you my side of the story. But I want you to think about this. Matter of fact, everybody on here, do you have love for somebody or someone, or like a kid or a spouse? Is there somebody in your life that you love dearly? You pretty much do anything for? And the answer pretty much is yes. Most of us have kids, nieces and nephews, a spouse, somebody we love and care about, our moms, that we'll do anything for. So I want to ask you this. If that person that came to your mind, the very first person or people came to your mind, and they were in danger, how quick would you get there? How long? Matter of fact, in the comments, let me know how long it would take you to get there. Knowing where they are right now. So if your kids are at school or your spouse is at work, how long would it take you to get to your significant other or your kids or something of that nature? How long would it take you? I don't care if they were across the country. A lot of us would get on the plane today. You see, Miss Sharon said now. She'd be on the way now. Why is that? Is it because that person holds a lot of value to you, right? Correct, right? So that person or people hold a lot of value to you right now. So now let's transition that to this business. A lot of y'all started this business to generate income for those people. So why are you putting off what you could do tomorrow into next week, what you could do today in your business? But I thought this was for that same person that was, if they was in need, you would do anything right now for them. So why haven't you picked up the phone and made 5 phone calls a day? If they are that important to you, then why this business isn't as important to get it done for them? Because most of y'all are doing it for those people. Most of y'all, and even if it isn't for somebody, it's for something that you want to get rid of in your life. Maybe you're tired of debt. Maybe you want to get student loans done. Maybe you want to pay for your kids' college. Maybe you want to do something. So you have all these reasons for why you're doing the business, but then you keep putting it off. You have no sense of urgency. And that's what I want to talk to everybody about. I want to talk to you about taking that plan and taking those goals that Michelle just spoke about and putting some sense of urgency behind it. Because get this, if you don't put sense of urgency in it, your desire for it will be lost. So you start losing desire for something when you don't put urgency behind it. See, you gotta see, for instance, there's a lot of us that's been on here, and matter of fact, I see a lot of people that's been in this thing for years. And so it's always harder for us to get a boost because we've been in it for years. And because we lacked off and took our time and rested a little bit or celebrated too long, our sense of urgency went down for it. And some of us have lost desire. That's why I believe the Catalyst Club is something big, because it gives us something new to shoot for. And I tell you this, when you do get those first 2 or 3 people in, it's going to build that desire back for you, but it also builds that sense of urgency. That's why they only gave you 90 days. They didn't give you a year to accomplish this. They gave you 90 days to get it done. So you got 90 days. It builds a sense of urgency. Think about it. Lance said that he wanted to train for Ironman. Guess what? He didn't wait 2 weeks to think about if he was going to train for the Ironman. No, he had a sense of urgency. He got up. He went to the gym. He got up. He went to the pool. He got up. He took a run. He got on his bike. He did whatever he took. He had a sense of urgency. So all those things aside, why aren't you putting that same energy into your business? Most of y'all are tired of your bosses. Most of y'all want residual income. Most of y'all want to pay for your kids' college tuition. Most of y'all want to get out of debt. Most of y'all want your family to be able to take the dream vacation. Most of y'all want to have money put into the savings account. Most of you see all these different reasons why you want to get it done, but you keep putting it off. I'm too tired. Oh, well, I had a long day. The kids went to school. I had to cook. I had to do this. I had to do all these things. And yeah, I'm just tired. I'll do that tomorrow. But I thought you were doing it for the kids. See, now you're contradicting yourself because, see, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm tired of network marketing saying it's going to be easy. It's not easy. It's not. It's going to be long nights, early morning. It's going to be hard. Trust me. But guess what? It's going to be 10 times harder than what a normal person would do, because guess what? All they do is get up, go to work, take care of the kids, and go to sleep and do all that little extra thing. You are doing something. You're starting a business outside of what you already got going. Michelle has a business, so she's doing a business outside of her business. So that's like double whammy. She's a mother, she's a wife, so she has all these obligations, but she's putting in extra work. It's going to be 10 times harder. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm tired of people saying it's going to be easy. It's not easy, because getting rejected ain't easy. Ask any man that asked that Lance is on here. One day he had to ask his wife to go out on a date. I'm pretty sure he asked other people to go on a date and he got rejected. Rejection ain't easy. It's just not. I don't care who you is, what situation. Nobody likes getting rejected from a job. No one likes getting told no, they won't do business with them. It doesn't matter. Nobody likes getting told they didn't make the basketball team, the football team, the starting lineup. No, anybody who tells me they like it, rejection, they're lying. They're just straight lied to me. They lied. Nobody likes rejection. But you got to embrace it. But I'm not saying it's going to be 10 times harder than what you thought it was going to be. But I can promise you this, it will be 10 times more worth it when you get done. Michelle, I go back to when we was in Lima, we had the BMW club. Michelle had this idea, this desire for it. And I promise you, when she got there, it was 10 times harder. She was like, wow, that wasn't hard. But when she got there, it was 10 times worth it. It's always going to be harder up front. I just had a call with Chris Doyle. I call him the money man, and he was just talking about this. And and Fred Duff, you know, somebody who's made millions in our industry. These people have made millions, and they were just talking, and they were just talking about the sense of urgency, and it really hit me because it was already on me. And you know, even when you're optimistic for the brand new person, you may be brand new and you're watching this. Somebody in your team shared this with you, wanted you to check it out, and you're optimistic. You really don't know. You kind of, but I'm telling you this: be optimistic, but still have a sense of urgency. And that goes for anything you want in your life. If you want to lose weight, I ain't telling you to put it off to the new year to get started. I'm telling you to start right now. But you use that same thing in that business. You want this business to work for you, and you want to have success in whatever part you want from it. Like Michelle said, success for everybody is different. Some people just want an extra $500 or $1,000. But where's the sense of urgency? Why you keep putting off something that you truly want to get done? See, and I believe that a lot of people don't have a sense of urgency because they don't know what they truly want. Michelle talked about this. If you don't know what you want, you won't have no urgency. Or if you don't know what you're doing it for, you won't have no urgency. But a lot of y'all just told me you have people you loved and cared about. And if they were in need, you would do whatever to get to them. So why not make the business for them? So every time you say, you know what, I'm too tired. I had a long day. But you know what? I got to do this. I got to make these 3 calls. I got to make these 10 calls because my kids need this. My grandkids need this. I know I see Andrew Jackson. He's a grandfather. I'm pretty sure his grandson means a lot to him. But also, I could tell him that this business could be left for his grandson if he works the business hard for the next 2 to 4 years, while everybody else is slacking off and not doing it. And see, that's one of my tips, is having a sense of urgency will separate you from the others. Some people want to know why we have people like Aaron Decker, Deb and Ken Snyder, Brent Palmer, why they up here, why Ty Rowland, why Chris Doyle, why Tammy Motley, why all these people, TL, why all these people made millions, and they want to know, well, oh man, I wish I can get there, or oh, they're so lucky, or they got all these things, or why these people are doing. See, the only difference between them and me, I'm gonna be honest, the only difference between them and me is they had more sense of urgency. They put urgency behind their actions. And I ain't saying you got to be perfect. You ain't got to make the perfect phone call. You don't have, when you pick up the phone, you may make a mistake, but guess what? You had the sense of urgency to pick it up, to do the action. So, Michelle talked about planning. That was my second tip, but she already talked about that. So if you missed that, so do what she said do. You got to plan. You got to make the goals. You got to write it out. And then when you write all that stuff out, write out what it takes to be successful in this industry. You got to make a list. You got to make the calls. You got to set the appointments. You got to do the presentation. You got to follow up. So these steps of what it takes to be successful. And if you don't, trust me, Google it. What's the 7 steps to having success in network marketing? And then once you figure it out, you guys, this is what you do. You act now. You got to act right now. Quit putting it off. The major step of it all is acting right now. You can write all the goals out. You can print all the pictures out. You can make the biggest vision board ever. You can do all these things. You can tell the universe what you want, but the universe responds to when you act. The universe will respond when you start to act. You want those people coming into your business like a Marlene, like a Michelle, like a Brent Palmer, like a Aaron Decker, like a Deb and Ken. Act now. Start acting. Every day, act. How many times you going to act? 3 times, 5 times, 10 times? Trust me, the more you act, the more the universe will move for you faster. So pick up the phone, make the call, set the appointment, send out the videos, follow up, do it over, and do it again, and have a sense of urgency. That's all I got for everybody. Hoping we didn't keep you too long. I just want people to start having a sense of urgency. And it's time to act. Catalyst Club, they gave us something to push for. How long is it going to take? You're going to wait till, none of us waited to, well, let me say this. I used to wait to study for a test the last week, and I never did too well. But I knew people who started studying the first week, and they made very good grades. And some of y'all can relate to that. See, that's the difference. People that act right then, quit putting off what you could do today. Find something to do with that. I ain't saying you got to make 100 calls a day, but you can make 3. Michelle said, what is it going to take? If you only got 1 out of 10 people and you need 9 people, let's say you only got 1 out of 10. It took you 10 phone calls, 10 presentations. It took you 10 presentations to get 1 person to join. How long will it take? That means it's going to take you 100 people to get those 9 for the Catalyst Club. So get to work. Quit putting it off. You got to make it work. Now, some of us are going to be better. We may get 2 or 3 or 4 out of 10. But guess what? You got to make the calls. You got to do it right now. Let's go transform those 9 people's lives, and let's go make this happen. Let's make the end of this year the best end of if any year we've ever had so far, because right now is the time. You want your January, February, March to be something powerful? Start right now. Yes, it's the holiday season. Yes, you can be happy about that. But guess what? Those same people you happy about, they need you. They counting on you. One day they may need something. And guess what? Because you built this business right now, you may be able to do it for them. Imagine that. Imagine they were in that situation where they were in need. And guess what you were able to do? You were able to open up your checkbook. You were able to go to your bank account, go to Zelle. You were able to do this. You were able to go swipe your card. What is it? Those people are counting on you. Have a sense of urgency. Go do it now. Because nobody wants to be in that position where you cannot help the person that you love and care about. But it starts today. So quit putting it off, you guys. We love y'all. Michelle, you got anything else you want to say? Okay, I'm gonna unmute so you can tell Michelle how awesome she is, because she is the bomb.com, you guys. So bye, everybody. We love you guys.
You're fired.
Thank you. That was amazing.
Michelle.
You're both amazing. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.